Right, so we got an update today. As you can see, there's a pretty obvious change. The first change is the land in the world, the map, is no longer blue, it's now red. I don't know, like, I like the blue personally. The Ark ship and the UFO, as you can see, they don't stand out as good now because it's red. Bigger changes, so respawn beacons, this one's pretty cool. The respawn beacons now, when you activate them, it activates a shield, like a bubble shield around you and the beacon.
Nice.
That's good, like if you, especially for new players or lower level players, if you want just a breather from the chaos, you know, you just want to take a few minutes, maybe look at your weapons, look at the menu screen, whatever, you can do that now at the respawn beacons, because when you activate them you get a shield, and then you hold X to deactivate it. You can see there, press triangle to create squad. So before, something that was pretty annoying was you had to go into a mission in order to, you know, that created a squad, so then you could invite players. Obviously that's not ideal. Now you can, before you go into a mission, you can hold, just press triangle, creating squad, and now in just a moment, there we go. Now my name's blue, that's to signify that I'm the host, I'm assuming. And change squad again, press triangle again, and you can invite your friends or leave current squad to disband the squad. Over to the character screen, you can see, if you look down underneath my hero levels, you can see we've got some statistics now that weren't there before, and I really like this. My overall kills, how many aliens I've killed in total, shots fired, and then accuracy. So it's kind of embarrassing, I'm under 50%, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't playing for accuracy before, but now that accuracy is a thing. Another change, here we go in the bestiary or the bestiary. I'm not sure how you, a lot more in depth about each of the enemies, which is cool. Like how many of each enemy I've killed, I like that. Only 450, yeah, well, you don't see many Goliaths around. One thing that's interesting, you can see here the world map on the ranking screen is still blue. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer that? And I'm just going to read from here. It says major fixes: fix the player sometimes going through walls after teleporting. Players no longer die if they fall off the mission area, but rather get teleported to host. So I suppose that's talking about when people used to fall through the floor. Hopefully this is saying now that won't happen to you anymore. You will no longer die, but rather you'll be teleported to the host, so that's much better. Alien cores won't fly outside the level anymore. That's a good one. A lot of times you'd open a chest and the cores would just spill outside, you know, behind a wall or through a fence or something, and you couldn't get to them. So that's a good fix. Minor fixes: bug enemy is now easier to hit. Are they talking about the little bugs? There was a problem there. There must have been, because they fixed it either way. Flamethrower hit detection improved. Takes account for alien size now. Performance improvement to artillery strike that has the splash upgraded. So that's sweet. Artillery strike has been given a buff. General performance improvements. So yeah, it's basically just gotten better here and there in different places. I seem to think that the cores are easier to spot now. Maybe that's just me. It looks to me like they're easier to spot than they were before. The number just seems to just burst, you know, as soon as it pops out you see the number, like it's there, it's a core. Like before you could easily miss them, but maybe I'm just making that up, maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't know if that's an actual thing or not. Cores can now be removed from weapons, hallelujah. Let's say I wanted to remove my number 6 cores here, so I could put in number 1s instead. This is just what I used to do. I put in 1s all yellows, because I don't put my reds in there, and then now I've got all my level 6s. But to get these ones back, I'd have to re-roll. I'd have to go to re-roll stats, and yeah, press X to re-roll. But that's not ideal because I'm using my legendary metal, and everybody's you're farming your legendary metal. That's what you want. That's that is gold dust in this game, is legendary metal. So now you can just go back, and you don't have to do that. Go back into and press square to remove core. Yes, of course, yeah. So because I removed this one, it removed all of the rest in the chain, because I can't insert one here until I insert one here. So that's how it works. If you want to strip them all, just strip the first one out and it'll take all the cores out. Another thing on the list that's been changed is the revolver. So if you shoot the revolver now, you get it looks a lot prettier. You get some particle effects that are way improved over how it looked before. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's Japanese and Chinese and Korean characters have been added, but if you're in the States or if you're European, that's not going to affect you. But that's cool that the Asian players now have, they feel a lot more welcome. They must do, because their culture, their font, their text is now represented in the game. So that's pretty sweet. A few things have been given a nerf, like enemies. The mothership, what does it say here? Mothership enemy level no longer scales with player level in World State 1. The enemy level will be locked to the level player was on when he first entered the mothership. I suppose people were saying the motherships were hard. They were pretty hard. I seem to remember my first mothership was a bit of a struggle. I hope they're not gonna make the game easier in general. I really hope that's not gonna be a thing, because it's I don't want to say it's perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's pretty good the way it is. You don't want to make it easier. Definitely don't make it easier. I think we've covered everything. Obviously I'm not going to go into detail about everything. There's a whole list of things here. If you're that interested, go to the Twitter, Housemarque's Twitter, and you can find the it's just patch notes. You can find them there. But I've gone through the ones that I thought were important. So yeah, enjoy Alienation, guys. Enjoy the upgrades, the improvements, and I'll catch you in the next one.